We're all set then for ABB FI. I keep doing that, don't I? Because the last thing we commentated was Formula E. Formula 3 is about to get underway for the feature race. I keep doing that. Maybe we shouldn't have the last ones. Let's check in what's happened so far this weekend.
The sprint race providing plenty of action as we went racing for round 6 of the FIA Formula 3 Championship at the Red Bull Ring. Drama started from the very first corner and continued all the way to the last corner of the very last lap. The action fast and furious. Sadly, some prisoners taken. But as we went into a last lap shootout, it was Nicolas Solov for ART Grand Prix who became the second driver of the season to take 2 wins. And he crowned himself the winner here of round 6.
Good morning, welcome to FIA Formula 3's feature race for the Austrian Grand Prix. If I say one more time ABB FIA Formula 3 Championship because it's Formula E and Formula 3, I'm going to shoot myself. But welcome to the Red Bull Ring. Omi's alongside me in the commentary box, and after yesterday's sprint, Luke Browning now standing on pole position for today's feature after qualifying on Friday. We should be in for a good race, Omi. Otherwise, again, this weekend just wouldn't have delivered.
Yep, should be an interesting race. While feature races may have not delivered overall this season, this can usually be a very chaotic race as well. So looking forward to it. Luke Browning looked quick yesterday. It's going to be interesting to see how he gets on. Arvid Lindblad trying to get back to how he usually is after a poor weekend last time out as well in Spain. So he's trying to return to his usual pace, and he will be on the front row. So he will be in contention. Prix is, of course, overall just doing better than last week, so very interesting to see as well that what will they be able to do. Arvid Lindblad did take victory in the feature, but the sprint was one to forget for him last week, so cannot wait to see how this one is going to go. But yeah, disappointing for Christian Mansell yesterday, who of course was first but then dropped to third all of a sudden because he slowed down a bit too quickly, as he slowed down when he got the safety car warning, and he slowed down a little too early there. He needed to, so that was a rookie error by him, and it cost him the victory, and also to cost him second place there.
Let's take a look at the starting grid then, alongside us here, and let Chris McCarthy take us through it.
Period, but we're looking at a new race. It'll be Luke Browning across the front row from Arvid Lindblad. Let's have a look at the rest, Chris.
Luke Browning is going to be on pole position alongside his championship rival Arvid Lindblad, who won the feature race last time out. Tim Tramnitz, Red Bull Junior, is going to be alongside Gabriele Mini on row 2. Tim Tramnitz, that's his best qualifying of the season. Much better qualifying for Dino Beganovic this time. He's on row 3 with Red Bull Junior driver Ollie Goethe. Lawrence Van Hoopen yet to score points in a feature race this season. Can he do it here? He's on row 4 with Sebastian Montoya, the driver involved in that crash yesterday. Thankfully, he walked away from the incident okay. Alex Dunn on a podium for the first time in the last round. He's alongside our winner from yesterday, Nicolas Solov. Christian Mansell has been on the podium 3 times this season now. He's alongside a podium finisher from yesterday, a McLaren Junior, Martinius Stenshorn. Then we have Noel Leon. He's been moving forward well in races so far. He's alongside Nikita Bedrin, a point scorer for AIX Racing. Then we go to the Trident pair, Santiago Ramos and Sami Megatuna. They've showed good pace this season. Kian Shields, that's his best qualifying of the season. Max Esterson is going to be alongside him. Much better pace as he moves into European rounds. Sophia Flörsch had to come in for a front wing change. She's alongside Austrian driver, one of 2 Austrian drivers, Josh Dufek. Tommy Smith is then next alongside Mari Boyer, who was a winner on home soil at Barcelona last round. Matthias Sagazeta comes next. He's alongside championship leader, yes, you heard that right, championship leader Leo Fornaroli, down in 24th. This is the only track he's qualified outside of the top 10, and he did so last season as well. Kasper Stuka is going to be on row 13 with Austrian driver Charlie Wirtz. Tisanopo Inchapuvazak makes his debut here, as does Joseph Loke. Their debuts at this circuit, as does Callum Voisin as well. Piotr Wisniewski did not race with us here last year, and he is going to go off the back of the field. So 4 drivers at the back of the field there, finding their feet at this circuit.
I nice to hear, as always, Omi. 45 minutes on the clock. Delayed start, so it's going to start 10 minutes later than what was scheduled. That's what we heard. Track conditions, apparently.
Interesting.
Yep, so
There we
let's
go.
head over to the World
Delays already
Feed.
getting fun though.
Here we go again, then.
Sees another one right beside him in Arvid Lindblad. They both see an opportunity. If they can go and win this race, they shoot up to the top of the standings.
Yeah, great opportunity for Luke Browning. We have seen drivers get up the inside into that first corner from the second place grid box, though. All weekend so far, Arvid Lindblad does take the inside line from second place. Pole on the outside here is deemed to be the cleaner side of the racetrack, so you're supposed to get away better. It will be soft compound tyres for all cars. In Formula 3, we only run one compound, as it has been all weekend. It's going to be a thrilling run up towards turn 1. Should just finish covering off what happened yesterday. Christian Mansell leading, or in the leading group of the race, got out of the throttle because he heard the beep for the yellow flag, the safety car procedure coming in. The two drivers he didn't, Stenshorn and Solov, the two drivers he was racing, Stenshorn and Solov, didn't. They correctly continued until the safety car process was declared. And so they stole a march on Christian Mansell through that phase. He was very frustrated after the race, but once he'd discussed it with the team, I think understood it, felt a bit better about it. He said, we'll go again today, and he starts off 11th position, just outside the top 10 slots, with good pace, the good pace that he had throughout yesterday on his side to try and get a good result in. We've got track temp of 27 degrees, considerably lower than they had when they went racing yesterday, and air temp of 22. So we're missing about sort of 5 or 6 degrees in terms of track temp from where we were yesterday for the Formula 3 cars. That'll make it ever more difficult to build tyre temperature around what is a very short formation lap here, Chris.
Yeah, very frustrating, wasn't it, for Christian Mansell, because he came close to what would have been his first win. He's taken his first pole, he's ticked that box, 3 podiums in 3 rounds, he's moving up the championship order, he's now up to P6 in the standings, getting closer to the top of the standings now as well. He's only 18 points away from the top, but it's just about ticking off that win, and what a confidence boost it would have been for him. But nevertheless, he is in the mix. In terms of those top 5 or top 10, shall we say, in the championship, Leo Fornaroli leads on 84 points. Luke Browning is on 81 points. He took 2 points for taking pole position, moving him even closer to the top of the standings. 77 for Gabriele Mini. He starts P4 on the grid. Arvid Lindblad is then on 71 points, Gabriele Mini on 77, just ahead. Ollie Goethe on 67, Christian Mansell on 66 points. Then we have Dino Beganovic on 65 points. So the top 7, very, very close together in terms of points. And there they are on screen for you. You can see it is very, very close in terms of points, just the 19 points between them.
Yeah, it is tight at the top, as it so often is in Formula 3. Moving into the second part of the season, they've all had a bit of a go at it now in this Formula 3 car. Even the rookies getting their head around how the car operates, how the car works, builds tyre temperature, and how to manage it through a race stint. Management, of course, being such a factor in modern era, single-seater racing of tyres, of brakes, of everything else. And the drivers getting a feel for that at this level before they're thrown in a Formula 2 car and have to do even more of it with more power, of course, under the right foot. Got a bit of delayed start here. We saw several sessions delayed yesterday, not least the F1 sprint, because of the positioning of personnel around the fringes of the racetrack. I wouldn't want to speculate, but throughout yesterday, there were some sessions that were held back where personnel were being moved essentially to safer positions around the racetrack. It could so easily be as a result of that we do have this formation lap delayed. So a long wait for the drivers who just have this bit of a moment to sit in the cockpit, focus in on what they need to do. They've got a lot to think about in the first lap here. The first braking zone obviously comes up quickly. It's an incredibly long run with a great big toe down towards turn 3, as we call it here. The kink on the run into it being turn 2. So yeah, it's a real start to focus heavily on.
It is, and they've gone through their warm-up procedures, Alex. They've done their formation, or their reconnaissance lap procedure. They've got to the grid's been cleared, and now they have to wait. What's going through the minds of the drivers now? I guess it's all of that, I guess, mental procedure they would have gone through. Now they have to wait all of a sudden. I imagine for the drivers, this is going to be quite a strange time, because I imagine both physically you've done your prep before the race, mentally you do your prep on the way to the grid.
Sometimes quite nice though. I mean, you sit in the car, only one person at a time can really talk to you. Yes. through the visor, so everyone sort of finally leaves you alone.
Right.
You can sit there, and something about being in the environment of the car also makes it so much easier to visualize what you're going to do. At the beginning of the race, your mind goes into that mode. You're looking through the slot of the helmet visor, the vision that the kind of closed-in vision that all of your muscle memory of driving a race car associates with is now being played out, and you're so used to that as your kind of vista looking out over the cockpit. So it makes it easier to sort of meditate on what it is that you want to try and do in the early phases of this race, and then it tends to be your number one mechanic who's the last left on the grid with you, the person responsible for that last tightening of every bolt, of every little piece of bodywork on your car. And there's a certain camaraderie there between the individual that puts the car together and the individual that drives it as they get ready to go at the last minute before the race.
That onboard view, and that view in particular, gives us a great angle of what they face in terms of the run up towards the first corner. Such a steep climb up towards there, and why it's so critical as we look on board here with Gabriele Mini. This gives us a perfect view of the steep climb it is up towards the first corner.
63 meters of elevation change from the top to the bottom of the circuit, which is one of the greatest of the year, and you really don't get a sense of it until you get exactly the right angle on it. As with so many race circuits, the bankings, the camber, and the rise and fall of the nature of the racetrack never evident until you're either in the car driving round it, where they look a whole lot narrower. It's always interesting when you see the aspect of a television picture of a racetrack, because they widen the circuits. When you sit in the race car, the tracks seem a whole lot narrower and also steeper and more cambered. So that shot there giving us a really great feel for the rise up towards turn one. Reminiscent, although not quite as steep as the turn one, of course, in Austin, in Texas, where you have a similar kind of effect of everybody shortening their braking down towards the first turn because of its steepness.
And as we're on board there with Luke Browning, let's talk a little bit about him. He's got a chance to... well, let's use him as an example, actually. What's at stake for these drivers? We're moving into the second half of the season. Alex, we're in the Formula 1 paddock, as we always are with Formula 3. If he can go and take the championship lead today, he's a Williams Academy driver. Fantastic opportunities for these drivers. Formula 2 could be next, and then who knows what from there. The Formula 2 drivers get the opportunities to get in free practice sessions. We saw Zach O'Sullivan getting free practice opportunities. This could be huge for these drivers, even as we look at the Red Bull Juniors.
You know, Oscar Piastri sat on this grid with these drivers. He was 1.5 years away from driving a Formula 1 car for McLaren.
Yeah.
And that's the nature of it, isn't it? And you can chart a path in a very short period of time from their being here. Yes, there might be a year out in the middle, but from being here to being on a Formula 1 grid, or at least testing a Formula 1 car for a team that might put you in that car. And let's hope the path clears ever more for these young drivers. There is a stack up at the top of feeder series, but
away we go.
They could so easily be only a couple of years from F1 competition.
Finally, we get the formation up underway, Omi. 10-minute delay. I thought that might happen when I heard the sirens go off when Chris McCarthy was talking through the grid. But finally we get going and everyone's pulled away. So 45 minutes, 26 laps ahead of us. Roughly, we might have to go... It looks like we will have to go off here as soon as the flag's out, though, to go and cover the MotoGP warm session, because we should have had a perfect time, but we've been sat around now for 20 minutes already. Ridiculous in the FIA.
Indeed. Just sitting around doing nothing as well. But let's hear from our top three.
I think it doesn't really matter where you exit the first corner in which position. I think if you just have a good pace, you'll be able to make a move. I think it's about the DRS as well, which is quite important to have the detection points in mind to gain an advantage over some other drivers.
The nature of the circuit, we'll have to be smart. There's quite a lot of tactics and stuff using the DRS zones and when you pass, etc. So I'll see. We'll come up with a bit of a plan and strategy before the race, but then it'll also be a lot about playing it and throughout the race and seeing how it goes and adapting throughout.
It's funny because it's arguably the place where pole position's least important. So yeah, I'll try my best in T3 to stay in front, but I think it's going to be all about the management side. These softs dig hard, and I think the people that push on early might struggle.
No mandatory pit stops in Formula 3. Soft tyres still be the call. Some people will go for medium. Across the 26 laps, it's 5 laps extra than we had yesterday. Hence an extra 5 minutes on the clock. Make it make sense. Again, this race is longer than the sprint yesterday for Formula 1. What do you think's going to happen down to turn 1 then, Emmy?
I think it's going to be very, very close down there. Let's see if Arvid Lindblad can get the jump. But yes, but Tim Travanich did say that if you do have the pace, you can do it later on as well. But the start can always be very crucial to just make sure that you get a few places, but also keeping your nose very clean. And that can be hard when there's 30 drivers all trying to fight for the same piece of tarmac. We're the 3 rodents at the back in position, and then the race will be underway.
Engine's cooking at this moment as well. You can hear further back how they're already on tick over. They've been on tick over for about 45 seconds already. All set then for FIA Formula 3's feature race. Watch the lights. Lights out, we're racing in Austria, and it's a pole start for 3 cars on the grid. Nonetheless, one of them being Ollie Goethe. Bogdanovic comes from the inside line as well. Really poor start from Tim Truminity as well, as they all squeeze through into turn 1. There's contact further back. One of the Tridents getting sent out wide as well. But into the lead is Luke Browning. Gabriel Mini up in second position at the moment with Arvid Lindblad side by side as they come up the hill in towards turn 3 and Remus. Mini tries to go on the outside. Hasn't worked out. Lindblad takes second position back as they come out of Remus down towards Sochi's Gold. And again, it was an okay start, but so many already in trouble.
Yeah, Tim Travanich with a poor getaway. 3 Prama's not separated by anything. Luke Browning holding the lead as well. Mini trying to get round the outside of his teammate. Which Prama is going to come out on top? It seems like it's going to be Arvid Lindblad, and Mini's going to have to defend from his teammate. Bogdanovic is going for around the outside.
That's going to be hard coming into turn 6 as well. He'll sweep through round it as well. Try and hold position. He's done it. Mini's down into 4th position. The Pramas having their own little party as Browning escapes into the distance. So, what's happened to Tim? Oh, and off the grass as well goes the 24 as well. That's going to be Tommy Smith having a bit of a sideways there. Lance Van Hopen going sideways. He come alongside Steinshaw. Tommy Smith further back as well, having a bit of a trouble with Sophia Flörsch in the 22 car. So, end of lap 1, it's Browning, Lindblad, Bogdanovic, Mini, Goethe, Montoya, Leon, Truminanzi down to 8th place after starting up in 4th, and Dune, Solov, Van Hopen, Mansell, Steinshaw, Bedrin, Medikunev, Shields, Esterson, Flörsch, Smith, Ramos, Boyer, Foloroli, Dufek, Vosin, Loke, Interpruvazak, Sucha, Verts, Zagazita and Wisnicki in 30th position. And here again comes Dino Beganovic, this time on the inside line, turn 3, gets ahead of Arvid Lindblad.
Yeah, nothing Arvid Lindblad could do to fight back as well. So Beganovic slips through. That's been a great start for him. DRS, of course, already enabled on the second tour, and that means that the Premiers will be able to try get themselves closer to Luke Browning. But the Premiers have really been going for it, and it's the Campos as well of Montoya going wheel to wheel with Noah Leon. Montoya was squeezing one of the Red Bull Juniors on the opening tour right over to the inside curb, and now he's battling with Noah Leon as we go down to the braking zone. Defect worse has been noted.
So that's for probably contact on that opening lap. Noah Leon up to 6th position, then ahead of Montoya. Montoya, who crashed yesterday in this race. Well, down at turn 4 at Sochi's Gold as well in the end of the sprint. Now back up into good positions as we take a look at Tim Trumanitz having a little look on the inside line. Going to set the fastest time of the race. Now the timing screens start lighting up with people improving times. Browning leads, and Loke's got a puncture. But
Noah Loke wanted at all.
well, hang on a minute.
Yeah.
Joseph Loke, has he come into the pit lane? Tanaspol and Pruvizak's come into the pit lane, but Joseph Loke hasn't. He's continued on. Well, I don't think that's yeah.
Damage.
That's for... Oh, and Loke's in too, yeah. So I wonder if it's Tanasapol who's with a broken front wing on the right-hand side, and it's a rear left puncture for Joseph Loke. So you don't need to be Miss Marple to know what's happened there. As you see side by side, once again, this now coming in as well. Montoya's on the outside line, Dune's on the inside, down to turn 3, into turn 4, Tocha's gone, Montoya's got tipped again! And this time as well by Tim Trumanitz, who's coming in with Sullivan Mansell again. What a Van Hopen's got through ahead of Mansell.
Yeah, crazy race so far. Mini looking for on his teammate right now. Stenchorn off into the gravel momentarily. Still looking for a Stenchorn on Mansell, though he's battling with the ART drivers, and they're all so close together. But yeah, I did see one of the Rodins that was having to take avoiding action into turn number 1 massively as well. So wonder if he got the puncture there, or was that one of the other Rodin cars on that opening tour of the race. We'll work that out when we do get the replays. But over the line we go once again, still looking close. And DRS saving Beganovic as he was 1 second. Now he'll start to gain back in, and he'll try and have a go to take P1 in the race.
At 4 of 26, Beganovic up 3, Noel Leon up 7. He's our biggest winner of the race, the biggest loser. Trumanitz down 7 after not getting away off the line perfectly well. Browning has 6/10 to Beganovic at the moment, as we see Alexander Dune looking for the inside line of Noel Leon into turn 3 at Remus. Over the top of it. Was that car going round? Shields has lost a position as well to Megatuniv. Mini tries to go around the outside of Lindblad down turn 4 at Sochi's Gold. Lindblad defended that line better than what Norris did in Verstappen yesterday in the F1 sprint. Smith and Esterson battling together as well.
Yes, lots of change. We had a lot on the opening lap though, which we're going to take a look at now. So Luke Browning goes to the initial launch. Trumanitz doesn't get off the line well. Great avoiding work by Dino Beganovic, who's able to get through as well then. And then it's going to be one of the Rodins in the background having to take massive avoiding action, so avoiding the back, massive lockups in the middle of the pack. Then over the road, Rodin car. But yes, there's a few cars scampering over the road, and I think we're going to get the Rodin heading our way in a second. Yep, so that would have been Joseph Loke, I believe, who was the Rodin who cut the corner, the one with the puncture. But yeah, Luke Browning just got away so well. Not the case though for Tim Trumanitz.
Browning had an excellent launch, and he was already about 3-4 tenths ahead by the time he got in. Fowler Rodin, like he almost jumped the start there as he got going. The yellow flag boards letting everybody know what was going on. Nobody moved though, did they? Good morning, Caroline, watching on the YouTube chat. This is Fowler Rodin. Oh, over the curb as well. He was the Trident who got sent off wide. Callum Vosin has come into the pit lane now as well. According to race control.
Then tucked in the slipstream, Sophia Flush, directly ahead of us as well.
Sophia's having a great race, up in 18th. In a 30-car field, let's not forget. Oh, Fowler is just going over every sausage girl.
Yeah. Indeed. And then this is how Big Anarich got past his teammate, I'm going to guess. Arvid Lindblad, the Red Bull Junior, the 16-year-old, ahead, but not for much longer. He was able to get to the inside and get to that position. And now Big Anarich is going to have a chance for the race lead with DRS soon as well.
They will push like crazy. They don't want to lose out on anything else in this situation of the race. 6 to 26. Wonderful camel angle over the curb at turn 1 there. Then there's a sausage exit at turn 1. Maniculated curve. Kink at turn 2, where we also have 2A and 2B for the MotoGP layout of the chicane. It's up to 3 at Remus. And there's a move further back in the field as well. Look at the inside line. Sophia Flörsch trying to have a go on Max Esterson. Esterson had the outside line and DRS as well. Sophia was not quite alongside. Meantime, Gabriel Mini trying to trick Arvid Lindblad, but at the same time, Noel Leon does trick Ollie Goethe and goes on the inside line. Nice.
Yeah, those two just having a battle right now at the moment, but decent race so far as well, as we have Dufek diving into the pit lane.
Everyone going slightly wide. Oh, there's going to be contact, not careful! Yes!
Oh.
That's going to be very tight, and that was a brilliant side-by-side battle with Noel Leon alongside Ollie Goethe. And now Goethe's under pressure from Dune, who comes back to on the inside line. I can't get through.
That was some great side-by-side all the way at the end of the lap as well. But yes, sometimes you have to be careful. It's pass or be pass stuff. And he nearly was passed by Dune, but he'll have another chance.
Montoya's out.
Back. Montoya is out of the race once again.
And so is Joshua Dufek.
And so is Dufek.
Well, that's 2 out already. Now, how are they out together? Traminitz is past Mansell, by the way. Oh, and... Oh, that's why.
Oh!
Off goes Steinshaw. Comes in behind Traminitz and... Well, it's not Megatunov, is it? It must be Lawrence Van Hopen. Oh, he's going to dive bomb Van Hopen. Mini's gone round the outside of Lindblad and takes third. Mansell radio.
Mansell.
Yeah, Travis is being a bit naughty. Copy. Racing on.
Lindblad trying to go back round the outside, gets on the dust, just avoids it. Wow, okay.
Yeah, that's Travinitz.
Yeah, and Mansell.
Yeah.
Now, Caroline says it's going to rain in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Where? It's sunshine here in Austria.
Oh. Is it?
Oh, I don't think so. Ah, there's the contact with Volzin and Dufek. That's why Volzin was in the pits, and they're both out. Dufek and Montoya officially out. Oh, Montoya. Can't tell. Broken front wing for Vossen.
Yep. So he just got that changed.
This is Mansell. Contact with Traminitz and Mansell. Oh, well, Montoya's broken his suspension. He jumped over the curb. Well, that should be a penalty for Traminitz. Off.
Oh my god.
No, Leon and Traminitz again jumping off. Dune's coming back through.
And Lindblad has lost that massively. Lindblad's lost that massively.
Oh, this is going to be good to try and go around the outside. It's 3 wide coming into turn 4. Lindblad has lost out massively as well. He's down to 7th. He's got Solov trying to go around the outside of him as well, but he's fighting back alongside Goethe. Solov's on the inside line into turn 6. Lindblad will hold round that outside line. How brave are you feeling? Brave enough. He's taking it. Crazy
Trying
race.
to get very aggressive. But yes, not what Arvid Lindblad wanted. Yeah, crazy race indeed. Not what Arvid Lindblad wanted though. It's been a drop. He's been dropping down massively. Ramos has got past Tommy Smith. Beganovich now trying to put the attack on Browning. He's just right now sitting behind. When is he going to? 2 pounds. Right now it seems like all the battles are behind. But yes, Lindblad dropping down massively there. Quite a few places done going through as well. And we're going to take another look at this one. And, done with a tag to Lindblad.
Well, that's why Lindblad lost out so many places as well. Dune rammed him at the back. Well, lap 9:26. 33 minutes to go in terms of clock time. Track temperature now 28.3, so it's rising. So rising track temperature will not help those soft tyres. They'll get chewed up quicker. Boyer's passed Esterson. And Zagazita passes Tommy Smith as well, who's dropped down to 22nd position. Sophia Flörsch is up to 14th.
Yes. Past Bedouin.
She could be on for another set of points. Come on, Sophia. She likes the European circuits more than the Asia Tour races we had at the start in Bahrain and Australia.
With how the drivers are racing ahead, there could also be some retirement, so she's just got to continue pushing on, and the opportunity could arise. But
This is a
now
move.
let's see it with... This was Gabriele Mini on his teammate. This is the move that we cut to very late. It was a move all the way around the outside, deep on the brakes, then use a bit of exit curb, get on the power, and then that was the position gained on his teammate for Gabriele Mini as well.
Fantastic manoeuvre. Dune Lindblad incident has been noted by the stewards at turn 3. Kind of knew it would be. Dune's under attack this time from Ollie Goethe as a run up towards Remus. Nothing going to happen on the inside there, though. Oh, I'll say that again. Nearly ran into the back of him. Boyer's past Shields off the track there. It was one of the Red Bull cars. Couldn't see who it was. Don't think it was Traminitz again, was it? No, it wasn't. It's Steinshaw behind.
Oh, the two ARTs.
Goetze's past Dune. Mansel's past Van Hopen. Someone's in the doubles. Who's in the dust? Well, Sophia's up to... it was Mega Tunif. Sophia's up to 13th. There she is. Come on, Sophia.
She's enjoying herself out there today as well.
No, Leon's up 9
is
places.
close this time around. Yeah.
10 and 26. These style of races just keep them being quick. What's that up time? 124s. Okay. There's Mega Tunif running wide. But it's not Follow Early, it's Mega Tunif. There you go. Even the computer can't get it right. I knew it was Mega Tunif because this is Follow Early now we're looking at. Vaught's Curve. Where he too puts a wheel on the gravel.
Correctly, Follow Early though. Oh, yellow.
That's up at the hill. Got to be up at the hill. Has to be up at the hill. He's spun round. Yeah, it is. It's Boyer. Bedrin. Bedrin. Bedrin's off at the top of the hill. I can see he's spun. He should be able to get that going again. Chaminitz and Montoya. No, he's under investigation. That. A spin for Kenny Bedrin. Oh, the engine's still going. Oh, man. Oh, he stopped it.
Lawrence, please, we can catch everyone.
Safety car is going to have to be deployed then. Bedrin had the engine, then he's turned it off. And virtual safety car. Oh.
He got tagged. That wasn't Mansell.
Oh, that's why.
That was Boyer.
Yeah, so the computer got it wrong again.
Yeah.
Follow Oli.
They love trying to trick us now. Right, virtual safety car.
He got ahead. Oh, and well, he was seeing all of it turn up there, wasn't he? So virtual safety car. Bedrin's out of the race, but he's trying to get it restarted. Come on! Come on! Get it restarted. Oh, they're being pushed away.
He outbraked himself and crashed into me.
Shouldn't be too long of a virtual safety car. The car's mobile enough to be pushed behind the barrier. Still, I wouldn't like to be out there on the circuit with cars uphill towards me. Welcome to the Marshal now being chased by Nikita Bedrin. I watched him crash Bandicoot. Yes, let's go green then, come on. All safe now, let's go racing.
Yep, out of the way.
I don't think I got the chalk block as well to stop it from rolling out. Right, now we can go back to racing, come on. No need to have a virtual safety car when the track is clear. Come on, let's go.
Right, how's the Delta gonna work out when we do?
I think the steward's asleep. Ending.
Oh, hurry up. Oh, there we go.
Green.
You need to react quickly.
5, 4, 3, 2. Oh, gone early, but we're green.
Good restart by Goethe on Leon. So let's see if he can put some
Oh, Van Hopen!
pressure.
Van Hopen's off! Van Hopen has dropped down massively on the timing screen. Now he's back to 11th. Must be a sensor issue.
Oh.
I thought I was about to say Sophia's up to
Indeed.
12th.
So. Nearly, but with how these guys are driving, I wouldn't be surprised if you do say that in a bit. That is Leon with a different line compared to Goethe, who is trying to take a wider line in hope of better traction and a possible attack. As we go down towards turn number 4, he's in the slipstream. Let's see if he can be a bit late on the brakes as he tries to make this move.
Late on the brakes and on the inside. Good manoeuvre from Leon, but fighting back is Ollie Goethe. No, Leon's got him. Nice. Goethe got him back on that previous lap. Oh, he's off! He's off! Puncture!
Oh, he's wide! Oh, he's off!
Rear right puncture and straight off into the gravel for Leon. I wonder if there's debris down. Oh, and Tim Chiminats has got a penalty. 10 seconds. And Sophia Flush is up into 12th.
There you go.
Yeah.
Didn't take too long.
That is a heartbreak there.
Oh, Megatinus got past Sophia Flash.
Sophia Flush is down to 13th. Now Leon's back into the pit
Petrol
lane.
didn't last too long.
What a bizarre race. We're past halfway though. There's the rear. Oh, Callum Vosin has a penalty of 10 seconds too. Here's Nolly on radio.
Hey, what this guy, man?
So you got to
Contact with Goethe puts him in a penalty position. Traveller back.
We need to see a replay to where that is. Central's looking for it as well on Van Hopen, and he's through.
Dunes gets a penalty as Steinshaw passed by Van Hopen. So Alexander Dune, who runs in 5th place, has a 10-second time penalty for contact with car not. What?
Huh?
According to the stewards, Alexander Dune, car 9, has a 10-second time penalty with contact for car 9. Alexander Dune.
Well done for hitting yourself.
I've heard stop
second
hitting
time.
yourself, but that is taken to a new level. As we see the contact there for Goethe as well.
8 feet to the ground.
Oh, shut up, Goethe. Did not squeeze him at all. You were the car behind. Throttle works both ways. How's Duke got a penalty for hitting himself? How the hell has that happened? The stewards need a coffee and some Weetabix. Trying to keep up with this race is like trying to keep up with the with a crossword puzzle in the New York Times. Oh, and Steinshaw doing a switchback. Bedrin Boyer under investigation for contact at turn 3. Well, that's 10 seconds. We know how this party works. We've been here before. 15 of 26. Try and have a look at the circuit.
Interesting race so far.
I'm looking forward to when Formula 3 ends, to be fair. I'm sick of these early morning starts. 2-week break as well soon. Yeah. this Sphere first, chasing Medicuna for 12th. All I keep thinking is that if we were in Austria, we would have had a extra hour sleep. So yeah, that's
We would
always,
have.
yeah. 27 left in the race.
A little bit closer for Beganovic. Don't know if we'll get close enough though for a move.
Yes.
This time around.
Beganovic is going to have Browning in the next 10 laps, but he's just got to save his time. Don't make it too predictable. Field goes on. 16 of 26. Holding it together nicely. Goethe on the back of Mini now. And Noe Boyer has a penalty for contact of 10 seconds. That was predictable. Look at Beganovic now, closing in on Browning. Come on, come on, come on. Can he make the move?
I can hear with the echo, there's quite a bit of lag.
Yeah, there is. I'm going to sort that out now. There we go. How's that?
Should hopefully be.
Beganovic still can't go on the outside of Browning. So there's a tiny bit of push power. Nothing from there. 0.4 of a second of difference as well. On board wins Beganovic.
Yeah, he's getting much more closer than he has been so far. So he'll be possibly getting a run very soon. Keep your eye on Goethe as well. He's going to try to put some pressure up on Mini, so we could have one Prima going forward, but also one going back as well. The battle between Lawrence on Hooper and Stenchon continues. And we also have Fornaroli getting past us. So Flush is down to 14.
Nearly a huge accident here for car 3 of Arvid Lindblad. Put a wheel on the dust out of turn 9. The car was skating towards the pit wall. He got away with that one just in time. Here comes Beganovic up to turn 3. Can't find a way through on the inside. Backs out of it. It's a slow burn, this one. They just need to let the race come to them. And the tyres save as well. DRS activated. Beganovic will go for the move though if he can sense it. He won't wait. Mance has passed Solov. Sofia's dropped back to 14th, by the way, but he's in a side-by-side with Megatuniv. No, it didn't work out. Here's a replay of me for Rowley.
Yeah, happy making his way through with Simon Megatuniv ahead. But Fornaroli has a look down the inside, under braking, and he's able to take the place down to Niki Lauda curve at turn number 1. And Beganovic has lost that quite a bit on this lap, so we'll gain it back with the DRS though. It went to 0.8 of a second. He'll be able to recover all of that with now the rear wing open in X3.
But there's a lot of lag coming through. Browning will take the lead of the championship if he wins this race. 106. Mini will be on 92. Fornaroli will have 84. Beganovic will be on 83 if things stay the way they are. So there is a nice sort of simple math coming into play here, which we all like to see. On board, Gabriel Mini. Oh, and Mansell's past Lindblad on the inside line.
Mansell versus Lindblad.
Oh, Lindblad's going to be contacted with some careful. Mansell's nearly off the track. Lindblad was really forcing him in. Megatuna for penalty.
Oh, that was close between those two drivers as well. So Lindblad being past and losing another position. Charlie was on home soil, has got past Casper Stuka as well. So that's going to be a satisfying feeling for him to at least improve another position. But yes, Beganovic now needs to be careful. He's struggling a bit in the middle part of the lap, the part of that where we don't have any DRS, or the third sector, more like as well. So he needs to be a bit careful with that and remain close and keep his tyres for the end of this race if he wants to have a late charge for victory on Luke Browning.
Everyone jumping over that sausage curve. The tyres starting to let go. Lap 20 of 26. That's into Kumazaki, who's a lap down, right at the back of the field. Dune and Mansell, the battle we're watching now. For some reason we're looking at Goethe. Seriously, take a bat to F1 TV production. They have been horrific this weekend. Beganovic closing in again on Browning.
Dukov once again took a position, so those two keep going at it. Mansell's got past Dune as well in the background. There we go. So Mansell now ahead of Dune.
Sophia Flörsch has also passed Sami Megatunov. So she's up into 13th once more. So finally, some good news starting to come through in this support series. It's been an interesting feature.
Yeah.
Not too much on the cusp.
Yeah, I don't know about future races this year. They've just been a little less on the exciting side as well. Shields trying to defend from Esterson, who was trying to make the move into turn number 9, and he of course backed out of it there as well. With the two Tridents together on the road of Ramos and Megatunic being put under pressure by Boyer, and Boyer's going to try and get past Ramos down to turn 1.
And he's through, yes! And off goes Ramos. Megatunov and Ramos then just making side-by-side dramas. Let's take a look then. Oh, that's the Luke Browning's tyre degradation on the front. Not entirely 100%. Not too bad at all. He's our race leader as things stand. Clarence Shields has been given a penalty. Now, the way the penalties work, I just wonder if Sophia might move up the order slightly. Can she steal a point? That'd be nice.
Could do.
End of this race can be quite an entertaining one. We'll be on lap 22 of 26 soon. Seven and a half minutes left. Takes us to 20 past the hour. We should be all right. Oh, ever so slightly wide. So Browning leads, Beganovic, Mini, Goethe, Mansell, top 5. Dune 6th, Lindblad 7th, Solov 8th, Truminitz 9th, Van Hopen 10th. Up the inside, Mansell!
Oh!
Gets the move done on Goethe. That was a lovely move, Obi.
Lovely move indeed, but whether he can keep it, that's another story. Goethe definitely is not going to want to give it up. He'll come charging back down the outside to turn number 4. Let's see if he'll be able to be there on the brakes, or will he try and go for the switchback move as well. Well, it seems like under traction, it could be a bit close between the two of them, but it does seem like that Mansell has got them further back. Also very close between all the drivers. This is now a replay with Dino Beganovic heading to turn 10.
Off track limits. Oh, wheel in the dirt. Megatunov's under investigation for track limits, so usually that's going to be a 5-second time penalty. Oh, he just kissed the gravel. Brilliant from Beganovic. They have to sweep the track there between the F3 and F2. Lap 23 of 26. Steinshaw with a penalty.
Yeah.
All this helps Sophia Flörsch massively. Might just get
It
the point
does.
here.
Lots of penalties.
Dean's
Front
got-
runners have to
yeah.
be careful to make sure that they aren't getting any penalties.
Oh, lock up,
Keep an eye
sorry.
on Solov.
Yeah, I was about to say so. Solov and Lindblad. Solov's on the inside line. Bogdanovic had a lock up and Mini nearly went through, but Lindblad and Solov still side by side, and we're not watching that battle. There they are, further back. Lindblad ahead of Solov. Around the outside as well. That's going to be tight. Lindblad's going to back out of that one. Oh, and off. Solov nearly in the gravel. And they're still going at it. And Solov goes through on the inside line. Fabulous move. That was racing. Pure racing.
Yeah, brilliant racing. Where we thought that they were gonna go off at many times, but no, they both kept clean. Peak run on Dino Bogdanovic on the next lap if he's not.
There was slight
Yes.
contact. Yeah.
Bit of wheel banging between Solov and Arvid Lindblad on the exit of turn 3. Yeah.
I think that was more on Solov just trying to avoid that bollard. Sophia's closing in on
Indeed.
Follow. Let's have a look though. Gabriel Mini on the back of Bogdanovic. The two primers. Mini's going to send it up the inside. Bogdanovic is going to turn it.
Oh.
There's wheel banging between the two teammates as well. And Bogdanovic helps at the front. And that's allowed Browning to jump 0.8 of a second ahead now. And
Yes.
Mansell round the outside. And Mansell's going to try and take both of them. Mansell past Mini. And it's all hell breaking loose. Mansell might just take second. Mansell's gone slow. Around the outside goes Gabriel Mini at turn 6. Fabulous move. Absolutely. That, honestly, what talented racing we're watching right now, Omi.
Yep, indeed. And Browning is going to be enjoying this. The late send from Gabriele Mini that instead of getting second, demoted into fourth, he retakes third. He's got another chance now of getting second. And when he gets second, he'll need to get past. He'll need to get through this lap, and then he'll really need to push if he wants to have any chance on the final lap of going for victory. This is going to be a crucial lap for Gabriele Mini if he wants to try and do it, but Bogdanovic isn't going to make it easy for him.
No, he's not. It's going to be complete action chaos right now as they try and hold it all together. 25-26.
Oh, Mansell looking for it.
Yeah, slight manoeuvres wasn't out there. Just take care, guys. You don't need to throw it around this hard out there. Penultimate lap of the race. Left and right, everyone diving from positions. Bogdanovic goes defensive again. Mini round the outside, takes second place. And Socha's got the two Primers running alongside. And does Mini have the advantage for second position? Bogdanovic is holding himself in there as well. Looking around the outside, turn 6. Mini takes second. Browning has dominated this race with talent. Yeah, Sophia might at least finish 12th.
And Austria as well.
Yeah. This race then will enter its last lap for the feature of Formula 3. Goethe holding through Mansell. Final lap. Should be okay for the podium as well, which is great news. I'll hand over to the world feed though, because I'm going to set up another area. Just keep swimming.
Battle for second will still go on.
Bogdanovic wants it back ahead of Mini. Mini goes defensive. Bogdanovic has the DRS. It's an outside maneuver up to turn 3. Bogdanovic goes back through with the DRS assist. Lock up from Goethe. Goes wide. Dune with that penalty. Remember, not really much of a threat. Bogdanovic in second. Mini's right there. Now we're watching Mansell have a go at Gabriel Mini. They're all in the tow. Down towards turn 4 and Socha's gone. It's Gets 3 wide to the braking zone. Mansell's going to try and do a Hail Mary. Hasn't worked. Mini's going to send him out the outside. They wheel bang. The two Prima teammates are literally wheel to wheel as they come through turn 6. Mini's not giving an edge. Neither's Beganovic. Mini goes through. Goes too wide. Beganovic tries to come back. Side by side to the watch curve, and Mini gets through. Take a breath in this insane Formula 3 feature race, which has been a slow burn, but one man has remained consistent at the front from pole position to lights out to checkered flag. Luke Browning wins the Formula 3 feature race here in Austria. Mini, an impressive second. Beganovic is third. Mansell, Goethe, the top 5. And now we wait for the penalties to be applied post-race. Wow. I'm watching Sophia Fleur. She was 13th. Is she going to move up the order?
Yeah.
11th! No!
Yes. Oh, just misses out on points.
By 0.4 of a second! Alexander Dune did just hold it. We had a 5-second penalty. Sophia would have got it. She finishes 11th, her best result of the year. Oh. Omi, before we hand over to the world feed, what did you make of that? Oh, let's hear from Browning first.
Hey, hey, hey. Let's go, baby! Yeah! Oh, what a race, boys. Great job, boys. The car was phenomenal. Great job.
Well,
Omi, what did you make of the race?
Great FIA Formula 3 race, interesting feature, lots of different battles, but yes, congratulations to Luke Browning, who survived Austria of all places, which has 3 DRS zones, constant overtaking. But yeah, great stuff by Luke Browning. He was able to survive. Great stuff by Mini as well, producing some amazing action at the end. Great Formula 3 weekend. Excited for Silverstone.
There's Mini in the world feed.
Outstanding job in the last lap. Outstanding job in the last lap. Mate, oh my God, you should have told me that it's the last lap. Alright. Okay, good job, boys. Good job.
I don't think he knew.
I think they were so invested in the battle like we were. They didn't know.
Should have told me it was the last lap. I would have been even more aggressive than I had to be. Oh, it's me. Don't stand in the middle of the track, lad. Still cars out there. That's a bit of a scary one.
Yeah, careful. Dino Beganovic, valiant effort from him as well. Crucial championship fight. Fornaroli did take 2 points in the end, but big benefits from Browning.
Boys, it feels so good. So good.
And you could hear the emotion. We talked about pre-race, what it means to these drivers. Williams Academy member Luke Browning, who started his season with a feature race win at Bahrain. We've been on some journey since then, 9 different winners in the first 9 races. We've had some drivers return to the top step since then. But Luke Browning is going to climb out the car and return where he started his season, on the top step of a feature race podium. What a result for the Williams Academy driver. It's been a superb performance. He took his first pole position in Formula 3 on Friday, and he's now followed it up with his second win of the season and taken charge of this championship as we move into the second half and towards his home race next weekend at Silverstone. What timing for Luke Browning. He will head to Silverstone, the championship leader, and full of confidence as he celebrates with Ollie Oakes.
Yeah, brilliant stuff for Browning, and it'll go down as a lights to flag victory, but it was a lot more complex than all of that for Browning. Under pressure throughout, Gabriele Mini driving an elbows out race. It's important with all of the penalties that were given out, just to run you through the point scorers here.
Yeah.
So we're going to have Browning from Mini, from Beganovic, from Mansell, from Goethe, Solov, Lindblad, Van Hoopen, Fornaroli and Dunn, the drivers who are listed as the point scorers, with various drivers shoveled out of the points as a result of the penalties which are applied at the line.
Yeah, Sophia Flörsch missed out by 4 tenths. Stenchon missed out by 2 more tenths. Ramos missed out by 4 tenths. It was so intense at the end there, but brilliant efforts put in by some of those drivers. It was down to minimal gaps at the end there, but a great effort from those drivers. But a really good effort by Luke Browning, who controlled the race from the front, didn't he? Had all that pressure in the background to deal with, but when it mattered at the end of the race, just pulled that gap he needed to and came across the line in the end with a gap to deal with, because this was going on.
Yeah, and I think this, to a degree, gives Browning the gap that he eventually took at the line versus Beganovic, and down towards turn 6. And it was, this was really great racing between the two of them. No contact, nice stuff. Beganovic aggressive down towards turn 3. Then nearly so brave on the brakes with that extra bit of grip around the outside.
That was the best race of my life.
Christian Mansell has enjoyed himself, started 11th in that one. Christian Mansell finds himself 4th at the flag. A very good attacking drive through the feature race, and celebrations out front. Luke Browning with a brilliant job.
Mansell went to the pit wall and celebrated as well, which is absolutely fantastic, isn't it?
Nice to see him in a better mood at the end of the race today, isn't it?
Better mood in 4th than he was in 3rd. Great to see. Great to see. That's what it means to the drivers. He came through from 11th. Crucial point, so as we said, and we'll go through those shortly. I think they were very entertained. The fans who came in early for the F3 race, they were delivered with a superb race.
Yeah, it was worth the alarm clock, that, wasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely fantastic. Shall we hear what the drivers have to say? I think so.
Oh, you did a good race.
Thanks, mate.
It was
It's tough. Good job, though.
thought I was saving, but he was saving more.
Yeah.
But it was after VSC that I couldn't bring it back.
Yeah.
It was left corners.
For me, the right, the last 2 corners, the second last lap or 1 lap, you. Because I was doing it every lap, so I'm like, okay, mate, at some point I'm gonna explode. I see this guy drifting in the last corner, I'm like, okay. Mate, 1 lap I was about to eat you so hard in T3.
Yeah, I saw.
I love the rear.
No, to be honest, I think you did a really good job managing, because it's tough in the dirt, yeah, behind.
But I thought it would help me. Saving so much on braking,
Yeah.
you could probably see. You saw that.
Mate, the guy was doing lift and goes, he has 2 liters too much now. I know, he got a puncture.
But they were staying with us quite
You know,
a lot.
I didn't know it was the last lap, so I'm like, oh my god, Luke is having an issue.
Oh, really?
I'm like, see the checkered flag? F. Okay, well, I'll do
Big new now.
Where did Darwin finish?
He got in trouble in T3, I think 1 lap. Like the lap after I overtook him, they sent him. So
Which
like,
is slightly unnerving for me as non-operational. When he's asked
Good to hear from the drivers as always.
Good to see James Fowles down there.
Yes.
Ready to celebrate his Academy Drivers' victory. And always great to see the support from the higher reaches of single-seater motorsport for everything that's going on in the Formula 3 Championship. Bruno Michel there.
This is what we talked about pre-race, isn't it? You know, Luke Browning's put on a brilliant performance. James Fowles now down there to celebrate with him. They know what is possibly at stake.
Exactly that. And all of these drivers looking up at everything that's going on, the potential movement above them in Formula 2 and then up into Formula 1. At least, Beganovic, of course, Gabriele Mini, part of that Alpine Academy with a potential opportunity to move forward into next year. Great 2nd place for him. And the day was about Luke Browning.
3 F1 back drivers, Ferrari, Q3, Dino Beganovic, Kramer Racing. Alpine backed, Gabriele absolutely superb performance today. A lot at stake for all these drivers this season, but Luke Browning continues to put in very consistent performances. A second win for him now, and that's elevating him to the top of the championship. For High-Tech, Paul saying it's a real championship charge for them as well. What a season it would be for them. Prema Racing, ever the championship challengers, and they've got 2 more up there on the podium. And 2 drivers bouncing back after disappointing performances by their incredibly high standards. Gabriele Mini, 2nd place in this one. Dino Beganovic in 3rd place, and that moves them. Continues to keep them right in contention. Luke Browning tops the championship. Gabriele Mini 2nd in the championship on 95 points. Luke Browning on 106. Dino Beganovic 4th in the championship on 80 points. They're split by Leo Fornaroli on 86 points. With Christian Mansell now 5th in the standings on 78 points. And we have Arvid and Oliver, they're both on 77 points.
Great time for Prema Racing at this level of motorsport. Clear lead in the team's championship now on 250 points. A great day for Luke Browning, who drove an exemplary Formula 3 race to take victory. It's tight at the top, isn't it? 11 points clear, Browning of Mini, as the battle continues into the second half of the season, and they'll be out at Silverstone next time. Always an exciting race, and that provided everything that we expected, didn't it, around the Red Bull ring?
It did indeed. Thank you very much, Alex Brundle, in there as well. So then, final thoughts from you, Omi. What are we expecting as we head to the British Grand Prix at Silverstone in 7 days' time?
Cannot wait. Should be very exciting. Yeah, excited for the British Grand Prix weekend. 3 has delivered here at Austria, and I'm sure will deliver next week as we close out what has been a very exciting triple header.
Thanks to your company this morning, Omi. We'll be back in around about 20 minutes' time as well for the F2 feature. Slotted in between that, though, we are back to back to back because it's the MotoGP Sprint. It's the MotoGP It's the MotoGP warm-up up next. I'm not functioning this morning as well. I need more sleep. We'll see you soon. From us all here, take care. Bye-bye.